Hi, Grace Gravestock here with New Paradigm U.
Ray of sunshine, your ray of sunshine here with New Paradigm U as well.
And today we're talking about internalizing versus externalizing. Ray, what does that mean?
What that means to me is that most people in our society externalize, and it means they're giving away their power. When someone looks outside of themselves for protection, security, or answers, they are actually giving their power away to someone else or something else, government agency, a religion, um, or any other person, a guru, someone on YouTube, anyone that they're looking for answers to their particular issues. That's externalizing. And as an example, this earlier today, Lynette on her Facebook page posted something about Bill Gates and Anthony Fauci should go away. And she got some flack from some other people, and I chimed in saying, when you're looking to these people to protect you, people like Gates and Fauci to protect you, you're going to be let down because you're giving away your power when you're externalizing.
So, what would be an example of internalizing then?
Internalizing, I'm glad you asked, Grace. Internalizing is looking inside, as it implies, internal, inside. And we could tap in, we have all the answers, we have everything actually, all of us, every single human being has access to everything and anything that we need. We don't need anyone or anything. We are social beings, so we desire others, but we really don't need anyone or anything to survive, to even thrive in this physical reality. We just look inside. We can tap into our higher selves, for those of you that believe in a higher power, as we do. And consciousness is the higher power for me, and Grace will speak for herself. But it's the higher power. So I tap into, the way I do it, I tap into my higher self through muscle response testing. It's one of the ways. I also, within human design, have a defined spleen and a splenic authority, for those of you that are aware of human design, which means I have an instant knowing, so things just come to me. As long as I'm open to it. Early in my life, I was unaware of it. I would get things, but I had no idea where they were coming from, and I didn't trust it or believe in it. And now, ever since I have, it's been so helpful. It's made life so much easier. So I get these things through the knowing, and each person has their human design and has an authority, which is kind of like an inner GPS. It can guide you in your journey in this life. And the muscle response testing is something you can actually look up, muscle response testing. There's a science behind it for you physically minded people that want to see evidence of things. Look up muscle response testing. The way I do it, muscles, essentially what it is that when you press on a muscle, like if you stick your arm out, it's a muscle. If you hold your fingers together, there are muscles holding your fingers together. And if the muscles are weak when you're thinking of something, asking a question, these are closed-ended questions that I ask of my higher self, my team. Closed-ended questions, yes or no. So that means if the muscles are strong, the answer is yes for me. If the muscles are weak, the answer is no. And that's essentially what boils down to muscle response testing. You can ask these questions for anything. A food that's good for you, a food that's it's on a different frequency than you are. You can ask these things. You can hold the food to your chest, put your arm out, someone can push your arm down, and you do it, obviously a test without the thing, and say, show me a yes, and if your arm's strong, that's a yes. If your arm's weak, that's a no. Then you hold the food to your chest, and then the same thing. Just have someone push down on your arm, and if they can put down, that generally means that the food, you shouldn't be having that food. If your arm is strong, it generally means you can have that food. That's just some of the ways that you can do muscle response testing. And that's those are examples of internalizing. Did that answer the question, Grace?
So in terms of the politics, maybe people are wondering about their safety right now. There's a lot of fear. So how would someone deal with that kind of fear? And they want to look outside themselves. Typically that's what we're conditioned and programmed to do, to look to government or the police or somebody to protect us. And what I think you're saying is that the more progressive answer is to look inside instead of looking outside ourselves. So how can what you're saying be applied to a practical situation like that? If I'm fearing for my safety, or I'm fearing for maybe not having enough food or enough toilet paper, how could I possibly internalize that?
The way I would internalize that is I understand, because I do believe in a higher power, that we are all protected. You've heard the term guardian angels? Well, that's actually true. I don't believe in angels, or I should say, I don't call them angels. They're just our guides, or my team. And they're always looking out. And if any of y'all think back in your lives on your situations, you will probably find that you were always protected. I know I was always protected as I look back on my life. Nothing in my life, nothing came to me that I couldn't handle. Because I'm still here, as you can all see. I'm still here, we're still here. So we were able to handle whatever it was that came to us. And fear is one of the analogies I like, or acronyms I like around fear, is false evidence appearing real, because that's all fear really is. It's false. We just make it up. It becomes real to us because we accept that. We create our own realities. We're powerful creators. What we focus on expands. So if we're focusing on lack, on not having enough, on being in danger, we can attract that towards us. If we focus on the opposite of being protected and always being in abundance, we will attract that as well. That's what I've done my entire life. Well, I've done that unconsciously earlier in my life, and now with much greater results consciously later in my life.
Thank you, Ray. I think that's a good place to end for now.
Thank you very much.